Okay everybody, so welcome to video 7. I did say that I wasn't going to continue doing this for a little while because I consider the viewing to be a little bit on the poor side, and I thought I'm not really reaching many people. What's the point of me doing it? Getting more attention with it on my Facebook page. Anyway, I've decided that I'm going to carry on with it because when I had a look this morning, I noticed that on all the videos that I've done so far, the viewing has gone up, because at the end of the day I only want to share my experience and knowledge and give tips and encouragement to people thinking about or have just started the Lipotrim program. So if you're a member of any forums or blogs, Facebook communities, etc., and I've helped you and helped you think and got you to think that I could help other people, then please feel free to pass on these videos that I've done and or any links to them. You never know, lives may be changed or even saved with me doing this. You just don't know what the consequences could be of it. But that's what I'm looking to do on the whole. That's the only one of the reasons I'm doing it. The other reason I'm doing it is because if I get people watching what I'm doing, I'm less likely to fail myself and give it up. Not that I feel in that frame of mind at all. So I've prepared myself a little script, make sure that I say all the things I want to say in this video. Okay, so let's have a bit of an update then. I weighed in at 17 stone 5 with most recent weigh-in, and that was yesterday. So I'm now strongly in ketosis, well in the middle of the keto stick colours, if anybody's ever used those. You can buy them from the chemist about just under a £5, I think. You get about 50 of them. Put a little sample in something when you go to the loo and dip a keto stick in it, and it'll change colour and tell you what you are. So I'm well into this ketosis. I've always been there. If I keep on doing what I'm doing, I'm not going to come out of it. So while I'm in ketosis, I'm burning fat, and I have to say that recently I've hardly ever been hungry. In fact, last night when I came back from work to have my chicken soup that I love with the garlic and chilli in it, that's my thing. A lot of people don't like the chicken soup. Well, I can imagine it will be very bland, but I don't know what it tastes like, because I've always done that. And so yeah, where was I? Yeah, and so I hardly ever feel hungry. And I said to my wife last night when I came in from work, I could even do without eating that. Not that I'm going to do it because I've got to do that. I've got to keep myself nourished. So in that respect, you know, the hunger. If I can't say I never get hungry. I do sometimes, but it doesn't last very long, and it doesn't keep it hanging around and annoying me and making me want to eat something. It's very easy to deal with it. So this is the best thing I've done. So the program just keeps getting better. I've started to get around to those little jobs and tasks that I couldn't be bothered with when my blood sugar was out of control. So most type 2 diabetics feel lethargic when they're in this state of out of control blood sugar, but now I'm in full remission and my levels are averaging around 5 to 6 all the time. I've got loads of energy and I can get round to these things. I want to do it. It's not like I have to force myself, and I just get on with little things. Not great big jobs. I mean, I wouldn't be capable of. I've got a tree stump in my garden that needs hacking out, and that takes some graft. I will do it, but I've got to have some calories to burn. That's why I'm not going to the gym or anything, because I know that I just wouldn't last to do a proper workout. It would be virtually impossible. I just flag, and in front of my mates that they all know me, and I'd look an idiot. They say, "What's the matter with you? You're doing it again." So I'll start the training in the gym after my holiday in Lanzarote, which is, I'll be back from that the second week in July, so I'm going to start then. Anyway, okay, so on Tuesday I went to see my GP because I was been complaining about feeling lightheaded. We've had a recent caravan trip away again over the bank holiday weekend, and it involves a bit of activity of pegging out the awning and stuff, and activity. So putting it up and taking it down, I felt a bit lightheaded, and I knew that this was blood pressure, so I thought when I get back I'm going to go and make an appointment to see the doctor. And when I told him about it and I told him what my blood pressure readings were, he took me off it. So I've been averaging around about 120 over 70 lately, and so what he did was say, don't take your usual amlodipine, 10 milligrams tomorrow morning. So I didn't, and I've been taking, he prescribed some 5 milligram ones, so obviously the dose has got to be cut, but he said if you stay in between 135 over 80 and 120 over 70, knock it off altogether. So that's how it's been, and that's where we are. I've just got one now, another one called Ramapril. I don't know whether I'll be taken off that eventually. There's that one and the simvastatin and that's it. That's all I'm taking at the moment. So one in the morning, one at night. So I'm hoping eventually I'll be where I want to be. So let's just move the script on a little bit. So right now I feel really good health-wise, very positive about my future weight and achieving my goal. I doubt I don't doubt it'll happen at all, what I'm setting out to do. I'm going to stick with it until the last week of June so that I can refeed myself and then go on holiday I'll be weighing 15 stone something by then, and I don't have any doubt about that. I know that's going to happen. I should be pretty lean by that time, and as far as I can see, what I used to look like, what I look like in the camera now, I'm looking a lot better. And so that's what I want to do. So I'll be in a transition point when I get back. Now this is the critical stage. What will be the new me? That is the big question. So what I mean by that is when I introduce doing some weights at the gym and some aerobic exercise in the form of either early morning bike rides. I've bought some boots to go walking at the weekend with the Ramblers. And any other aerobic exercise I might choose to do, but I'm not going to go mad. I'm not going to go out jogging for 10 miles and all that sort of thing. I'll leave that to the young people. There's no need to do that much aerobic exercise, because I think I've said this before. Number one is your diet when it comes to weight control. There's people who go out jogging, I've seen them, and they're thinking that this is going to control my weight. Well, it'll contribute towards it, of course it will. But the number one thing is your diet. If you're doing the maths, and if you are taking in less calories than you are burning, the weight will drop off at whatever speed, whatever rate. So when I introduce the weights and aerobic exercise back into my life, I'm going to eat a more modified diet. You know, what's worked well for me in the past of everything is what's called LCHF, low carb, high fat. A bit like the Atkins. It'll keep you in ketosis, and that's what I'm going to be doing. But what I don't know is what meals I can eat on that without putting any weight on. And of course, when I get back to the gym, my rate of exercise, etc., will go up, and that will change all sorts of things. So it's really a case of how do you make sure you don't put the weight back on again? Well, by watching your weight on a regular basis. Never mind once a week, like what they say. Oh, I've got a phone call out. My wife gets that. Bit of an interruption here. Wasn't expecting. Oh, she's got it. Is she? Yeah, got it. It could be for me, but I hope not. Anyway, so I have to find this new me. It'll be keep on doing it. Keep on checking my weight. Also look at the impacts on my blood sugar by eating normal food again, and also my blood pressure. So I'm aiming not to go back eating salt. I mean that's what's been cut out. I've got down before on modified diets of ordinary food, but I've never got my blood pressure down like this without exercise. Aerobic exercise will have an impact on that as well. So it should keep it there as well. It should take care of both of them. It's going to be a case of trial and error in finding out the new me. and so this is why I'm going to keep making these videos, so as I learn about how to do it and what's worked for me, I can share that with other people. And this is where there isn't enough help, I don't think, out there. There's plenty of stuff out there, there's plenty of clubs you can join, Weight Watchers, all sorts of things to get the weight off. It's staying on it. I mean, Lipotrim offer a maintenance program, but I don't want to be reliant on them to keep my weight in check, keep my body fat in check, shall we say, because I've said before I don't like that word weight. People don't like the word fat, but it's got a brutally honest factor about it. So let's just have a little down the script. There's a little bit more, not very much more now, so nearly done. So trial and error to find the new me is going to be what I'm going to be involved with once I get back off the holiday. That's the transition point. This is the place where a lot of people start putting the weight back on again. Good, I can have an Indian again, I can have a KFC, I can do this, I can do that. No, you can't. You can do it, but less often, and there's got to be a lifestyle change, and so I've got to find out exactly how should I live, what should I eat, what exercise should I do, how much, etc. All those questions have yet to be answered, and then as time goes by and I don't put any weight on and get a bit fitter, get as fit, I don't want to be like really super fit or anything, and I don't want to have a guy, if I really wanted to be a huge man with bulging muscles all over the place at my age, at 56, I'd have done it by now, and I never wanted to really be that. I just want to be fit and stuff. So one thing I want to say to people is this: don't ever let anybody tell you that you'll find it harder to lose weight as you get older. This has been the easiest and fastest thing I've ever done. So that's blown that myth right out of the window for me. And then another thing that people will say to you is, oh, I wouldn't bother if I were you losing weight. I'm thinking of getting some weight off. You might say, oh, well, you'll put it all back on again within a year. Well, okay, let's look at this again. I've said this before in other videos. Do the maths. If you don't take on more calories than you burn, you won't put on any more fat. Where's it going to be built from? What are you going to build it out of? If there's nothing there, you've burnt it all up. Like, it can't happen. You won't go into body storage. When you have an excess of calories that gets stored as fat, that's when you start putting it on. So the secret is common sense. Simple common sense will tell you that that's what you do. Change your lifestyle. Don't go back to where you lived before. You can have KFC and the odd curry or whatever it is that tickles your fancy, chocolate cakes. That's not for me, but people do like it. But it's not like you can never have it again, but you can't have it every day. I mean, you know, it's obvious you will put the weight back on again. So that's what I'm going to do, is get the body fat off and keep it off. Nobody is going to tell me, oh, you'll put it all back on in a year. Have I got any more to say? Oh, blimey, a bit more than I thought. So, you won't put it back on again. So, I'm in the pursuit of that. So you keep watching as I learn to do it, because I'm going to share everything, all the errors I make and everything else. I don't think there's as much out there. There isn't as much out there on the social media, YouTube, etc. To help you keep weight off. Plenty of stuff to help you get it off, but all I want to say is I'm a 56-year-old guy who is a type 2 diabetic, and I've got a willingness to get fit and well and stay that way. I've a bit more knowledge of anatomy and physiology than most people. I'm not a doctor or anything, but it's just that I was a nurse years ago, and I've looked at diabetes and how it works, and I've looked at diets and stuff, so I've picked up all that knowledge along the way. Well, I've got a track record of going to the gym and then not going because I didn't seek out a new permanent lifestyle change, and gradually I just got sick of going, and I thought, I'm not getting anywhere, this is happening again. But I'm trying to put a stop to this yo-yo stuff, and so I know what does and doesn't work for me, and perhaps the same might be for you. So the next video will be about bullet pointing what I've learned and my experience and conclusions on my journey so far, just to condense things down a little bit for people. So I'll see you all next time in about a week or so, when I should be 16 stone something. So So I'm 17 stone 5 now. It'll take about a week, maybe a little longer. When I'm 16, 12 or something like that, I'll make another one and I'll do that. It won't be long. Okay, so share my videos as much as you want on blogs, etc. If you think if it's been useful to you and you think it can help other people, that's all I'm trying to do. So I'll see you all in the next video.